Hi, I'm Matt Evans from Mastercard's Payment Gateway Services Global Product Team, and I'm responsible for our value proposition and how we can work with our customers to get the best out of our platform.
So you work every day with customer personas. What is a customer persona?
At Mastercard, we pride ourselves in putting our customers at the center of our processes and products. Customer personas are a way of grouping our segments and ultimate end users into archetypes which have specific needs and wants which our gateway will address. Customer personas enable common traits, aspiration, pain points, and needs to be highlighted, analyzed, and then rated for key segments our solution is targeting. Identifying the impacted personas forms part of our product development lifecycle, which ensures we identify the way personas are affected by our new functionality and enhancements. Personas highlight how they will consume the capability and how it adds value to their payment processing needs. I started working personas in a previous role in the gateway when I was supporting one of our global customers in their strategy development. And this enabled me to understand how they operated and how they were turning our technology into, the value add to their merchants. So by moving to the global team, I'm putting that experience and practice into use and trying to embed this in our way of working. So this is definitely very interesting because I've had practical experience in the coalface in driving this sort of persona-led strategy forward.
That sounds incredibly comprehensive. So, what do you look at when developing a persona, such as pain points, goals, successes, etc.?
Personas are key to having a common dialect of what success is for the gateway and then building this into our ways of working. When developing personas, it is based on both direct and indirect research, including customer interviews, surveys, market analysis, and feedback from internal teams. The key items which need to be include what are the similarities and differences between the customers? What are the specific pain points which are impacting customers? What are the short, medium, and long term goals of them? How do customers gain value from the service or services? What are the market trends for the product and how could this impact our customers? And who are the key competitors for our customers and what are their value propositions? This is just the flavor of some of those questions that we ask and then answer. The outcome is a prioritized list of both direct and indirect customer attributes, which can then be built into the personas which need to be considered as part of the gateway's development lifecycle.
So that's great. So it's definitely part of the development lifecycle for Payment Gateway. What else about it is important to Gateway? Why are personas important to Mastercard Payment Gateway services?
As a white label gateway, our platform is used by many types of acquirers to offer payment processing to their merchants, as well as enabling an acquirer's payment service provider or merchant aggregators to connect to them. For both these use cases, we need to consider the impact to our direct customer personas, i.e., those acquirers, as well as for the indirect personas, i.e., how the acquirers can support their clients, those merchants and payment service providers. As the world of payments is becoming more and more complex with various types of payments schemes becoming mainstream, for example, local payment methods, buy now, pay later, and open banking technology, as a gateway, we need to support our white label acquirers with building propositions to offer these capabilities to their merchants. As part of this, prototyping is key to the persona strategy as the gateway is able to validate our approach for new initiatives by obtaining direct feedback to ensure that the end capability adds the most value to our customers. Using personas also helps the gateway target this capability to our relevant white label acquirers and then provides these acquirers with the tools and support for them to offer this capability to their merchants. It's given us a way to define success more easily. So it's not just about supporting a particular widget, but it's also understanding how the customer will commercialize that widget, whether that be the acquirer and also then the ultimate merchant. So again, it's being able to define those use cases that drive success and focusing on the most important ones first and then moving on to other items just to build out that capability. So it's definitely helped us define success in terms of the merchant and our customers rather than just pure technology.
That's incredibly interesting. So, how does building with these personas in mind really help us build a better gateway? Can you share with me what value it adds to our gateway?
Mastercard Payment Gateway Services has a global footprint. Using personas enables our customers and their customers to be at the forefront of our strategy. This helps us build support for the most valuable use cases first, build collateral to support the acquirer's change management processes, creates upgrade paths for their merchants, ultimately supporting their go-to-market strategies. Personas are the center of the gateway's product strategy, and these are embedded from the outset. Without thinking about the end merchant and how acquirers interact with them could result in a lack of clarity on how that capability could be used and how the acquirer would work with their merchants to upgrade. MPGS used this approach when building our small business processing platform, Simplify. The persona of a small business was created, their pain points and needs were documented, then tested in focus groups. This led to their key processing needs to be incorporated into a platform which offers a one-stop shop for them to launch an online business using the website builder, issue invoices, and or integrate to shopping carts such as Magento 2 or WooCommerce. And the platform then grows with them as their business grows, so a one-stop shop. The gateway is committed to be the partner of choice for our acquirers, and putting us in their shoes results in our products and associated collateral and marketing materials being as relevant as possible for them to support their payment processing strategy.
That makes a lot of sense. And yes, I'm definitely familiar with the small business gateway. So, from a partner's perspective, how does building our products with these personas help them achieve greater results?
Good question. Payment processing usually forms one product line for our white label acquirers. By incorporating the personas they have into our gateway product lifecycle processes, ensures we understand how the acquirer will sell, stroke uplift this capability with their merchants to support their own value proposition. By using personas, better quality documentation and support can be provided to our partners to enable them to be successful with their merchant base. This results in them being able to launch new capability more quickly, as out of the box materials, including internal sales and technical support training, are available to enhance the acquirer's sales strategies. Acquiring banks want partners who can understand their own pain points, value propositions, and for the partner to make it as easy as possible for them to enhance this capability through internal change management processes. Using these personas supports Mastercard Payment Gateway Services in this endeavor.
So, have our partners noticed a difference? Have they made comments, or have they, noticed a difference within our solutions, or just in general, since going to more of this
Yep.
persona led?
By moving to personas, it's also helping the customers understand where are their proof points, how are they adding value to their end merchants, and giving them the dialogue, the terminology that we're working with as well, so that they can articulate that internally as well. So what segments are they targeting? Is it recurring billers? Is it just general e-commerce? Is it omni-channel? So again, it's giving them some of the methodologies and personas that we're working with, which they can then relate within their merchant base.
So in a way, it's also kind of like we have all the same playbook.
Yes, exactly. We're talking success. We're talking what does success mean up front, and being able to articulate that in the same way.
Do we have many personas that we've also built in collaboration with our partners?
Definitely. We've definitely, as part of some of our more targeted developments, say into verticals, we're working with specific customers to build out what does success mean. So a prime example of that is transit and the effort we did with one of our customers and their merchants to build out those use cases and then mapping that to personas in our platform. So yeah, that definitely is a way that we were able to define success up front and then work collaboratively together to those objectives.
That makes a lot of sense. And now I know we talked about small business merchants with Simplify Commerce, but what about more of our enterprise-sized merchants? What about a merchant use case? And how does understanding their personas add to the merchant use of our gateway?
Merchants and their development teams are the ultimate end consumers of Mastercard Gateway's products. So they are the personas which are included in all our use cases. The gateway, as part of our methodology, include the delivery of documentation, how merchants consume new capability, and the personas complement how these features add value to the end merchant's needs. For example, for a reoccurring biller, which of our capabilities adds the most value and calling that out up front. Merchants, as part of their COVID response, are wanting partners who can support their diversification and all further enhancements to their online capability. Creating personas ensures that there is a common understanding for which features and functionalities can be packaged together to meet the merchant's needs. It creates a common dialogue between us as the gateway, our acquiring partners, and the end merchants.
Well, definitely thank you for joining us today. One last question that I think is on all of our minds is how do personas help us enrich our gateway from being really product centric to customer centric?
Great question. Personas help turn the gateway from a platform into a partnership with our acquiring customers. We turn technology into the value-added use cases for how acquirers can work with their merchants to enhance their online and omni-channel capabilities. By including personas as part of the ideation process for new capabilities, we are able to highlight what value we are delivering to end merchants and to acquirers who support these specific use cases. This is then included as part of the gateway success criteria for the new capabilities. Acquirers are then able to articulate how the capability fits into their wider payment strategy, supports their internal change management activities, and ultimately they're able to offer the new capability to their merchants.